What is up, Netflix fans, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about the brand new movie starring Chevy Chase and Richard Dreyfuss, The Last Laugh. So a lot of videos are coming your way today. I have a Young Justice review, 2 theatrical reviews. I'm watching a new Netflix series. It's going to be a long day, but it's absolutely worth it. If you guys don't know how my reviews work, I like to talk about the good, the bad, and then give you my score. So when retired talent manager Al Hart is reunited with his first client, Buddy Green, a comic who quit show business 50 years ago, he convinces Buddy to escape the retirement community and hit the road for a cross-country comedy tour. So this film is directed by Greg Pritikin, and it stars 2 of the most talented people and 2 of my personal favorite people in Hollywood, Chevy Chase and Richard Dreyfuss. My goodness, if this film came out like 30 years ago in the theater, it would make all of the money in the world at the box office, but it's a Netflix movie. It has to find its specific audience, and I will say this about this film. It will find its audience. There will be people who like this movie. It's catering more towards people of that age group. It's trying to show what they go through when they hit that age, how it feels to be older. And you see Chevy Chase's character going through that, especially in the first 15-20 minutes of the film. I wanted it to dive deeper. I wanted it to go a bit further. Does it hit the levels that I think it should have hit with these 2 characters at the forefront? No, but it does provide some chuckles, some laughs, and it gives us an interesting road trip style film. If that's what you're looking for between these 2 actors, then that's exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get those cheesy moments, that zany music that constantly plays in the background. If you're looking for something deeper, anything deeper, exploring the psyche of these characters and what it means to be that age, trying to come back, trying to get back in this comedic community, then this movie isn't that, because it skims past those parts. But the performances are good. Now, Chevy Chase, they didn't dive deep into his character. I wanted them to, they did not, so I didn't enjoy his performance as much as I thought I would. Nothing against him, I just think the writing wasn't there. Now, if we're talking about Richard Dreyfuss, in my opinion, he stole the entire movie, especially when he gets up on stage for the first time. I really love seeing him. He just gets to have fun in the role. He's in his element, he does his thing, and he always kills it when he's on screen. It is a story that some are going to relate to, and I do think that's why it's going to find its audience. Am I the audience necessarily for a movie like this? No, because I wanted more out of it, but it will find it. I just don't think it took advantage of the heavy-hitting leads. You have Chevy Chase and Richard Dreyfuss, and at the end of the day, I found this movie a bit forgettable, which is a testament to the directing and the writing. That could have been so much stronger. I think the message that they were trying to get through is do not let old age or an illness or a sickness stop you. Do not allow it to consume your life to the point to where you can't do what you love anymore and you can't tell the people around you how you feel about certain things. I think that's the message they were trying to push through. Did they push it through to the best of their abilities? No, but I got it, and I got it because I think the acting was so strong, not just with our 2 leads. There's some cameos in here. There's some people that come in towards the end that I really liked. And really, how could you not just sit there and smile at the fact that Chevy Chase and Richard Dreyfuss are on screen together on Netflix in 2019? Regardless of what you think about the movie, it's a pretty cool experience. Now, I said they didn't take advantage of the heavy-hitting leads. When you have these 2 guys, there are so many things that you could do and that you should do, but that this movie does not do. It never dives deep. And I'm not saying I wanted this movie to be this character exploration or this Oscar-esque film. No. I just wanted to know a little bit more about what drove them throughout the entire movie. It gets a little too cheesy for me. There's this element of drugs that keeps popping its little head up, and I found that all a bit off-putting because the message of the movie is a really good message, but when you mix so many different tones together, at the end of the day, it just felt messy. And I can't say I hate this movie because I don't hate this movie, because I love Chevy Chase and I love Richard Dreyfuss, and I really enjoyed seeing them together, and their chemistry is what drives this entire film. But when you have a movie that is lacking in so many different subjects, whether it's the directing or the writing, or sometimes the script just goes off in this weird direction, there's a weird musical number at the end. I'm not spoiling when or where, but it happens, and it was so off-putting. There are so many off-putting things about this film, and so many story aspects that I had questions about. Sometimes it just skims past things. It skips a bunch of time. It goes from one place to the other. I don't know if it's the editing, I don't know if it's the script, but it all just left me a bit bamboozled because they had a good opportunity to use these two actors and give us a movie that is heartwarming, charming, yet kind of funny. And like I said, there are funny moments. There are charming moments. It just doesn't weave together in a cohesive way, and it doesn't give us a movie that at the end of the day, I'm going to remember, and a movie that I would recommend to other people, because really, I don't think I would recommend this because the film itself was so sloppy to me. Now, if you love a good lighthearted movie with that music that kicks in, it gets really cheesy and corny, and it's throughout the entire thing, and if you don't need a film that really dives into these characters, it's just very surface level, and that's what this movie is, then I think you'll enjoy it. And another problem that I had is I never really felt the struggle from Richard Dreyfuss's character. He goes on stage for the first time in how many years, and he never really gets that audience that just overreacts and wants him off stage. Now, it does start to happen. There's one scene where a woman throws a bottle at his head. Really poorly edited scene. It's just kind of on to the next cheesy scene, and that's what this entire movie is. It never gives you time to sit down and soak in what is happening, which could have been really emotional and will come off as emotional to some people that relate to the subject matter. But for me, I was sitting there wanting more the entire time, and that is not a good way to watch a movie. So at the end of the day, here's what I'll say about The Last Laugh. If you are just looking to see Chevy Chase and Richard Dreyfuss on screen, you don't really care about the story, you don't really care about the plot, then I encourage you, watch this film. And that's not a bad thing. That's the beauty of Netflix. You can just turn it on, relax, maybe not pay too much attention to it, and enjoy a film like this and get some chuckles every now and then. If you want any more than that, I don't think this is the movie for you. It was a bit too cheesy for me. The music at times did not work, and the flow of the story, it just didn't work. The last few scenes are rushed. The final scene was really heartfelt, and I liked it, but it wasn't enough for me to get this movie to fresh, and that is why I'm going to give The Last Laugh a 48%, barring that you want to see a movie like this with these two leads. And I'm really glad that we have a streaming service that pushes movies out on a weekly basis and allows us to sit back and judge it for ourselves. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, I have so many things coming out today. A Young Justice video, a video based around If Beale Street Could Talk, a movie review on A Dog's Way Home. A lot of things happening. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. As always, you can follow me on Letterboxd to see where this movie ranks in my 2019 list. I'll catch you very soon, probably around noon today, for my Young Justice episodes 4 through 6 reviews, and I'll catch you later.